On time. 9:02. Oh my goodness. 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 And my microphone works. And my microphone works. I figured it out. Sawubona, you creative visionary. Sawubona to Itemba Temple. Activating hope within your body temple. Activating hope within your body temple, because this is where you get to fulfill your purpose here on planet Earth. You don't fulfill your purpose through your mind or your brain. Okay, your brain is in your body. You get to fulfill your purpose through your body temple. So welcome to Itemba Temple and your mandate from the universe to activate hope within yourself so that you can fulfill your purpose. You can fulfill your purpose. I'm so happy to be here. 9:02. What? I'm telling you. And my microphone works. I figured out how to use my microphone. Hold on. Maybe it's a little too loud. Let me turn it down. I think so. Oh my goodness. I figured it out. You know, it was just a simple. I prayed on this. Truly, I prayed on this. I was like, I need help. I need help from the God of all of creation. And it was just a simple USB change of plugin. Like, but I said, I'm not giving up. I said, I'm not giving up. No matter what, I will find the solution. And here I am. I have found the solution. So excited. Okay. So, how have you been? How are you? Sawubona, how are you? Kunjani? In Zulu we say sawubona. Kunjani? Meaning, how are you? So, let us call our energy back. From everywhere we have given our energy to, and all the spaces, and even in your dream state. I was meditating this morning and I realized that as we sleep, when we go into different states of consciousness, in our different dream states, there is a lot of activity going on. You don't just sleep and nothing happens. You're dreaming. For years now, I play something when I'm sleeping, because you spend 6 to 8 hours of your life sleeping. You might as well make it useful. You might as well be useful at it. You know, I mean, like, why waste your time? No, but I don't want to have noise when I'm sleeping. My husband used to say this. I don't want to have noise where I'm sleeping. So for a long time, I never shared a bed with my husband, or I would sleep by myself for the first 4 hours because I wanted to program my mind and program my brain. Actually, not my mind, my brain. And then after I would wake up, I would go and then join my husband in bed because he didn't want noise. Now I don't care. I'm just like, I'm too interested in myself. So get with the program. And if you can't get with the program, not my problem. Not my problem. Yeah. So maybe it sounds a little narcissistic, but why waste sleep? You might as well, so that you can wake up invincible. You know, wake up happy, wake up in full on ecstasy. Why waste 8 hours of your sleep? You can just play something, either like binaural beats. I used to play a lot of binaural beats while I was sleeping, like ocean music, brainwave entrainment music. Now I just play on my spiritual stuff because I've got too much work to catch up on. I'm an overachiever. What can you say? Okay, let's sing. Let's take a deep breath. You can sing with me. Moya wami, moya wami, buya ekhaya. Even if you're not Zulu, just sing it. I call back my spirit. I call back my spirit. I call back my spirit. I call back my energy. I call back my energy. I call back my energy. Moya wami. Moya wami. Buya ekhaya. Moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, buye kaya, moya wami, buye kaya. Moya wami buya kaya, buya kaya. Moya wami, moya wami buya kaya, buya kaya. Moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, buya kaya, buya kaya, emzimbeni wami, engqondweni yami, moya wami, oh moya wami, oh moya wami, oh moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, buye kaya, engqondweni yami, emzimbeni wami, emzimbeni wami, moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, emzimbeni wami, buye kaya, emoyeni wami, engqondweni yami, engqondweni yami, engqondweni yami, engqondweni yami, oh moya wami, moya wami, oh moya wami, buye kaya, ngiyakudinga moya wami, umsebenzi mkhulu, ngiyakudinga moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, moya wami, oh moya wami, moya wami, buye kaya, buye kaya, moya wami, moya wami, moya wami, buye kaya, moya wami, moya Buyekaya moya wam, buyekaya moya wam, buyekaya moya wami, buyekaya moya wam. Sekunjalo. Sekunjalo moya wam, buya ekhaya moya wam. How was that? Yo, emzimbeni wami umoya wami uyabuya, emzimbeni wami sowubuyela umoya wami, sowubuyela umoya wami, amadlozi wami sewavukile emoyeni wami. What does that mean? My ancestors are alive in my body temple. Yo, avukile amadlozi wami emoyeni wami, emzimbeni wami, engqondweni yami. Yeah, savukile amadlozi wami. Human being, let me tell you something. These white people, they told you that your ancestors are bad news for you. They are evil. They are evil. Okay, I'm talking to the Africans. Okay, your ancestors are evil. Evil. Your ancestors are evil. I'm sorry. I don't come from evil. I come from royalty. So I'm not sure what evil you are talking about. I'm not from evil. I'm from royalty. Spiritual royalty. So I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Okay. And not all white people are like this. There's just, you know what? I don't like this idea of racism and bigotry and all sorts of these things. This is not my style. You know, I'm married to a German man. Sometimes he makes me real angry. And I tell him, white man, you better damn listen here. And he says to me, African woman. African woman. So I'm not really interested in this racism thing and this bigotry thing. I don't understand these things. I don't know what stupidity this is. Honestly, I really don't understand what stupidity this is and why people engage in this stuff. It's so stupid. It's like, how low is your consciousness where you have to hate somebody because of the color of their skin? I'm seriously, like, how low is your consciousness? Why didn't your mother teach you better? White people, Asian people, black people, Hispanic people, why do we hate each other? I don't understand. Why do we hate each other? How low is your consciousness with these sorts of things? Everybody has ancestors. Where do you think you come from? From a tree? From a stalk? Everybody has got ancestors. I'm so thankful to have awoken to the power of my ancestors. How this happened? Well, I've always known that I walk with my ancestors because, you know, I almost got killed in South Africa when I was 17. And my grandma came through and said, look at the moon and call on the moon. And I was just praying to the moon. I had no idea what I was doing. And I escaped that experience because my grandma was there with me. And so I've always known that I walk with some powerful, like warlike ancestors. You touch me, I swear to you, madness follows. And then goodbye, God bless. And I don't have to do nothing. And I'm not ashamed to tell you this. I don't have to do nothing because I come from royalty. I come from God consciousness. So you mess with me, you mess with my purpose here on planet Earth, it's war. Because I am a Zulu woman. I understand the love and light stuff, but I'm like, I'm sorry, evil exists on this planet. We cannot negate this. And you've got to learn to fight for yourself in the spirit realm because we are in spiritual warfare. We are in spiritual warfare, and you got to learn how to call on your ancestors, because the good ones. Oh my God. Because there are ancestors who are just damn garbage. Truly, they are garbage. And they haven't ascended to the highest levels of God consciousness. This ancestral stuff is real tricky. It's real tricky. It's real tricky. So everyone has ancestors, and your ancestors, unless it's the demonic ones, are good ancestors, and they are here to protect you. I think why people call them spirit guides. Spirit guides, yes. I think they call them spirit guides. But in Africa, we call them amadlozi. Well, in Zulu, amadlozi. And other parts of Africa call it everything else. And amadlozi, idlozi lam. So I was walking with my grandma, who was really connected in the spirit world. Both my grandmas were very connected in the spirit world. But then in America, I had Sekhmet come to my home after meditation. I was meditating. It's 3:00 in the morning. And then this black cat comes to my house and starts scratching on my... I was meditating upstairs, so I walked downstairs to have some tea, and this black cat was scratching on my door, on my window, sliding door. And it just kept scratching. First day, second day, third day, fourth day. And it was just during the full moon period. This black cat wouldn't stop. And I said, what is this black cat about? So I go to I think it was like day 5. I go to this black cat. I open the door and I say, hello, kitty, 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 kitty. And I say, what is it? Why are you here? Why are you here? First I was scared. Then I was like, this cat must have some information from you or something like this. So, because I live up I live in fairyland. So I say, hello, kitty, kitty, kitty. What do you have for me? It's like 4:00 in the morning. I'm talking to a black cat. Okay. It sounds real crazy, but I don't care. So the cat says to me, you need to drive out into the desert. There is something waiting for you out in the desert. I said, huh? I was going to go tomorrow. I'm having a full-on conversation with this cat, okay? I don't care. You can judge me. You don't have to judge me. I really don't care. But this cat says to me, you need to go out into the desert today. Get into your car and go out into the desert. There's something in the desert for you. I said, But I was going to go tomorrow to the desert to go do my shamanic work and my ancestral work. So the cat says, no, you better go out today. So I start driving out into the desert, and the cat says, don't go the direction you usually go towards California. Go towards Utah direction. I'm like, why? And so I'm driving there. I'm speaking to the cat. The cat is in my house. I'm in my car. I'm driving, and I'm still having a conversation with the spirit of the cat. Okay? And I'm driving and I'm driving and I'm driving. And then I turn around and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is this dome? There was this dome in the middle of the desert, and it was painted in pink near Yucca Mountain, where they do explosive testing. I think it's nuclear testing or something like this in the desert. And there is this temple, altar, dome in the middle of the desert. And I said, oh my goodness, what is that? And then I turn my car around and I park, and then I see, and it is Sekhmet. The black cat for 5 days was leading me out into the desert to go and have an encounter with Sekhmet. In the African mythology, in the African spiritual cosmology, Sekhmet is the war goddess. She is fierce protection. I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I swear to you. And then all of the other ancestors started coming through. Osset, path though. I said, this is some real stuff. This is some real stuff. So when your ancestors arise in you, there's various levels of ancestors. First, it could be your great grandparents, all the way to the 20th generation. You can even go beyond that. Some people in Africa say it's to the 7th generation. No, you can go way beyond that. But then there are higher level ancestors. These are like Sekhmet. For the Asian people, it would be the Buddha, it would be Kuan Yin, it would be Grindhara. For the Native Americans in the US, it would be White Buffalo Woman. These are ascended masters, but they also act as ancestors so we can embody this energy of awakeness, aliveness, protection. Because sometimes your ancestors can protect you, but they do protect you, they do guide you. But sometimes you need some higher level wisdom. You need some high level guidance. Some higher level guidance, like some God consciousness guidance. So when Sekhmet showed up for me, I was like, whoa, this stuff is real. Amadlozi wami avukile emzimbeni wami, engqondweni yami avukile amadlozi wami. So we all have ancestors. I'm thankful that I'm in Asia, because in Asia they honor their ancestors. In the US, it was starting when I left, but it wasn't a practice that many people were engaged in. Even in Africa, in South Africa, where I come from, ancestral worship, ancestral honoring was seen as demonic, as satanic, as why would you want to worship dead people or speak to dead people or honor dead people? But that was then. Now the discourse is changing and it's awakening. But some ancestors, oh my goodness, some ancestors, okay. So maybe we'll have conversations on ancestors, because that was my shamanic initiation, accepting the gifts from the ancestors, accepting the protection from the ancestors. So I'm not a shaman. I am Usanusi. It is, Usanusi means it's the... When you are Usanusi, you are not initiated or trained by another shaman. You are initiated directly by spirit. So you oversee the shamans. You oversee the medicine women and men. And you are the one that leads the discourse between God consciousness and the healers and the shamans of the countries that you are in. For me, it would be Africa. But wherever I go, I bring that energy. I bring that connection to God consciousness. Yesterday, I was having a conversation about that some of us are such powerful beings here on planet Earth. You could be in a country, and even if an earthquake comes through, it won't devastate that country. It won't completely cripple that country. There was an earthquake this year in Thailand, especially in Bangkok here. And when the earthquake hit, I knew that I needed to do my work as Usanusi. I just started chanting to the ancestors of the land and Buddha consciousness. And there was stability. It could have been a really bad earthquake, but I knew that I had to do my work because I was on the land. So it was my responsibility to participate with the ancestors and the monks and Buddha consciousness, because Buddha consciousness is what oversees Thailand. It's what holds the consciousness of Thailand. So why was I telling you that? Connect with your ancestors. Connect with your ancestors. Asian people love ancestral honoring. They love it. And I am so grateful that I have spent a lot of time in Asia. It was my spiritual awakening. And they encourage that. They hold that level of initiation sacred. Oh, I'm so thankful. So grateful. Because in America, it was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trusting in spirit. I was like, you got to show me what I'm doing here because I don't know what I'm doing. And I am definitely not going to Africa to go get initiated. Not going. Because it's just bad news at times. So, anyway, that's my story. Just sharing. Okay, so let's read day 31, Relational Lies, the intimacy killer. I have not lied. Relational lies destroy the trust that intimacy requires to exist. Every lie you tell in relationships teaches the other person not to believe your words. You weaponize their love for you by using their trust against them. Relational lies don't protect relationships. They slowly poison them until authentic connection becomes impossible. Maria lies to her best friend about why she missed their lunch date, claiming a work emergency when she actually chose to stay home and binge watch Netflix. She lies about liking her friend's new boyfriend when she thinks he's toxic for her. She lies about being happy when she's struggling with depression. She thinks she's protecting the friendship, but she's actually preventing her friend from knowing and supporting the real her. Relational excuse me. Relational lies create false intimacy based on who you pretend to be rather than who you actually are. People fall in love with your performed self rather than your authentic self. You become trapped, maintaining an image instead of growing within the relationship. The gap between your real self and your presented self, becomes unbridgeable. Unbridgeable. Let us read again. Relational lies destroy the trust that intimacy requires to exist. Every lie you tell in relationship teaches the other person not to believe your words. You weaponize their love for you by using their trust against them. Once you've told enough lies in relationships, nobody trusts you. I've always had an issue with female relationships because I grew up with females who lie a lot. And I was beaten during childhood for telling the truth. So I acknowledge that I have had a really tough time with female relationships. The female relationships that I've had that were authentic, that were loving, that were nurturing, these women, I can still call them today and we can still chop it up. We can still have some deep conversations about some deep stuff. It's like nothing has changed. I've moved around the world, and anytime I go back to the US, I call my friends and it's like nothing happened. It's like no time has passed. We just catch up and keep moving. The women that I've had trouble with are the women who lie a lot because they are trying to be something that they're not. It's women who trap men with babies. It's women who fight over men. It's women who are competing with other people. I'm just like, be yourself. Do you even know who you are? Why do you need to trap this man with a baby so that you can look perfect in the relationship and look perfect with a perfect house? Nothing's perfect in this world. Nobody's perfect. We're all just doing the best we can. Who told you that you need to be perfect? Who told you that you need to have this, this, and this for you to be valuable? And what I've noticed with female friends like this is that they use your vulnerabilities against you. You can share something with them. When the relationship ends, they'll spread all of that stuff out in the world. For me, it's not a big deal because I live my truth anyway. I don't care. It's like, I'm sorry that you've got low self-esteem and you hate yourself. And you feel that my business is something that you can entertain yourself with. But it shows a lot about who you are as a human being. And if I actually started telling your business, you probably wouldn't survive this. Because I'm also good at telling people's businesses when I get angry. But I choose not to engage in this low-level ignorance, except if you've just crossed me to a point where there's no return. So I wonder, as women, how did we get to a point where we are so catty and so petty? I'm so petty. I'm so petty. How did we get to this point? It's amazing. Men will stick together even in crimes. They will commit crimes and they will stick together. The men are loyal. And then we wonder why these men abuse us. They're abusing us. They're abusing us. They're abusing. These men are abusing us. They're abusing us. No, but we can't stand together as women. We fight over each other. We steal each other's boyfriends, each other's husbands. We gossip about each other. We steal each other's life's work. And then when this work backfires on you, you need to now go back to the very person that you stole this work from. And now it's problems. It's hella problems. We try to steal each other's identities. You sell out your own sibling to Elon Musk. And then when there's no money for medication for HIV patients, you're running around the world telling people lies instead of saying, yeah, no, I sold out the Africans because I tried to sell out my sibling thinking that she's going to commit suicide, and she hasn't committed suicide. So now there's no money for medication for all of these people who have lost their medication for HIV. So all of these people are dying. But no, I don't want to tell this truth because I was trying to be my sibling. I was trying to take on her identity. So now we have the media and the lies about Donald Trump signing these HIV, cutting budgets and funds for HIV. But but you're involved in this. Just because nobody knows that you're involved, but you're involved. You got money for this. So you sold out your own people because you wanted to be your sibling, because you have no identity. What happened here? What happened? How did we as women get to this point and then continue to lie, knowing that billions of people, or hundreds of millions of people are going to die because of one woman's jealousy, and then getting up another crowd of women to join in this jealousy? How did we get here as women? We are responsible for bringing life into this world. Yet the envy that eats us up alive, the jealousy that eats us up alive, has devastating consequences. And when the consequences come, I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. I don't know. I sold out the Africans, and now they're dying of HIV because there's no money for HIV money. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I was trying to be you. I was just trying to be you. I don't know. And I got money, and they told me to sell you out, and I did it. And I thought you were gonna kill yourself, and now you haven't. You just keep going. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Blink, 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 blink. Let me go lie and tell all sorts of media lies. And the journalists get involved in this stuff too. People are dying. Children are dying. Mothers are crying. And the lies keep going. And the lies keep going. How did we get here as women? I want to ask this question because the men, we keep saying these billionaires are evil. They are evil. No, 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 no. Let's look at ourselves. I want to, because these men are going to stick together. They are going to stick together. And they will keep abusing us. They will keep abusing us. They will drill your They will put neural links in your children and you're going to be crying. You're going to be eating the GMO seed, not knowing that it's the very woman that is doing all of these media runs here who is bringing these people into Africa to give you these GMO seeds because she got money for it. Fame. Now she's lying and pretending that she wasn't involved. No, 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 but you are involved. You see, when a South African is evil, they are evil to a point where you don't even understand how they got to this. It's demons. Because humanity began in Africa. So we understand evil. So yes, you can blame Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and all sorts of this, but we've got to look. These people cannot enter a society but with someone within the society or the family that is going to sell out one of the family members or the people in the society. Until these truths are spoken, there is no change. And we cannot protect ourselves as women. You can be praying to the ascended masters, your ancestors, but the ancestors will say, truth must be spoken before we show up. Truth must be spoken before we show up. We cannot keep protecting lies. We will not protect lies. Truth must be spoken. Truth must be spoken. That's why they try to kill the truth tellers. Because it's inconvenient to tell the truth. What? Why must I tell the truth? No, just protect the lie. We got some money. Shh. No, people's children are dying all over the world. These men will protect each other. Men are loyal, even if they are committing crookery, even if they are evil, they will protect each other. As women, you would rather have your sibling killed, beaten, raped, and killed, and sacrificed so that you can be famous. We backstab each other at work because you want somebody else's position. Do you know what it takes to have that woman's position that is in leadership? You do not know what hell she has to deal with. Sexual harassment. Men not valuing her wisdom. Men not giving her time of day, stealing her ideas, taking them for themselves. Going home to her husband constantly crying. And if she doesn't have a husband, she's drinking wine by herself, crying. Because most of these women down here who want her position cannot relate to the stress that she's dealing with. These are women in leadership position. We envy them. We want what they have, but you have no idea what hell that woman has to deal with in boardrooms. You have no idea how she is disrespected. You, though, as a woman, want to go drink your happy hour drinks. I need to find a man. Find a man who's going to make love to me so gently. I need to find a man. And then when you found the man and the man has got mental health issues and the man starts abusing you, you leave with your child and then you're running to all of these temples looking for a blessing for you and your child. Woman? 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 You bring life into this world. You are responsible for the life that you bring into this world. You want to know that you are very powerful. Yes, I'm very powerful. I bring life into this world. But the responsibility of that life force that you can carry in your womb and that child you have brought here onto this world, you do not want this responsibility. You do not want this responsibility. You would rather look at some woman in a leadership position and say, I will take what she has, whatever it takes, even if she gets killed, I don't care. Let it be so. And then when millions of women are dying now, and their children are dying, you don't know what to do. Because you were never trained for that position. You were never supposed to be in that position. And now you don't know what to do. You want to come back to the very woman who you tried to kill. Help us. I don't know what to do. I don't. Now it's lies. All lies. The ancestors will never protect a lie. The ancestors demand truth. God demands truth. So don't cry when these men abuse you. Do not cry. When these men come to your country and wipe out whole country, tribes, do not cry. Because it's the very women that sell out these women, sell out the children and the fathers. The ancestors demand truth. Okay, let's go back to the love and light stuff. Maria lies to her best friend about why she missed the lunch date, claiming a work emergency when she actually chose to stay home and binge watch Netflix. It starts with small little lies like this. If you don't want to hang out with your girlfriends, just tell your girlfriend, go, I don't want to do it. I just want to sit at home, clean my house, wax my armpits, wax my legs. I don't really want to go to happy hour and talk rubbish. I really don't want to do it. You're going to walk alone. People are not going to like you. Why do you not want to go out with us? Do you think you're better than us? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Say this to them. Say this to them. But as women, we are very relational. We are very relational. We have to stand together and support each other. Why? This is an energy of fear. I don't want to be around women who have an energy of fear. These women will sell you out because they fundamentally live in fear. They have not embodied their sense of self. So they will sell you out. And when it goes bad, they want to come back. Please do not come back here. Go out. Fix the problems you have created for yourself. Stop running to monks. Stop running to pastors, prophets, fake mystics, all these people to solve your problems. You have created the problems. Fix them. Cannot, because no brain. But it starts with these small lies. It always starts with a small lie. And then the lie becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the lie takes on a life of its own. And then a man will come and will, because these men understand us. They understand psychology. Oh, they understand us. They will play tricks on your head. And you will be enthralled in their lies. But you started the lie. By lying to yourself, by lying to your girlfriends, by lying to your mother, by lying to your siblings, by lying to your aunties and all of these people. And then the lie just takes on a life of its own. A life of its own. And you've gotten all sorts of other people involved in this lie now. But it starts with small little lies. Just tell your girlfriends, go, I don't really want to go to happy hour. I don't. I just want to go and buy a book and read. Be by myself. Bring myself towards myself. Call my spirit back to myself. I grew up in a family of a lot of women. And the lies these women would tell, oh my God. Sometimes we would have honest conversations, I have to say. But sometimes when the lies would start, they would just take on a life of their own. So I've always been kind of alone. When I find friends who I can really get involved with and we have like long-term relationships and honest relationships, we can speak about everything and everything, from our domestic abuses to the violence we have experienced in life, to the issues we've experienced at work, to health issues, to menopause, to this. I have had friends like this. And I can still call those women up. I'm like, girl, I just need to have a conversation. I had one friend in the US. This woman, I would go to her house and just have a conversation about nothing and just watch children play. And she would be there cooking, and I would be there talking to the children, her grandchildren, and she'd be cleaning. It wasn't like we needed to go out and look pretty and, out on the streets. No, we talked about real things, the real matters of the heart. Why we don't understand how to have friends where you can talk about the real issues of life, the real matters of the heart. I don't know if it's because the mothers never taught us this, but honestly, my mother had a best friend, and this woman, she was friends with her for years. This is how I learned about friends, real good friends. That's why I never tolerated garbage in my life. As soon as I met a friend who was a little fake, and I just got rid of them. I'm like, out you go. Because I already had my core group of friends. Well, yeah, a few friends that were solid. So anytime I met another friend and tried to be friends with another woman, and they were out of the crazy, and they were chasing men, I just got rid of them. I don't care. I just get rid of you. I am not bringing dysfunction into my life. But there's a lot of women, we walk around in this world and we are okay with friends who steal other people's husbands. We are okay with friends who steal other people's boyfriends. We are okay with women who backstab other women in the workplace. We gossip about this. We laugh about this. And when it all goes bad, you don't know how to get yourself out of these things. You don't. Now you got children. But you don't even love your own children because you hate yourself. Because you're busy chasing men. And now you've got all of this HIV. And these people have no money for HIV medication. People are dying. Innocent people are dying. And you're going to blame Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Yes, maybe they are the face of this. But honestly, when I know the truth and the ancestors are saying, hey, speak the truth, it is women who have gotten involved in this. The gossiping and the lies. Now, innocent women are dying. Innocent children are dying. But it starts off with just one lie. Netflix. Girl, do I look good in this? Yeah, girl, you look good in this. But you know that your girlfriend doesn't look good in that, but you want to outshine her. Instead of saying, friend, friend, just wear something nice. Like, that doesn't suit you. Your belly is hanging, and don't wear that, friend. Maybe just wear something a little looser so that you can. No, you would rather laugh at your friend, and you would rather her walk out the door looking like a hot mess so that you can then gossip about her. And you say you like yourself as a woman when you are capable of doing things like this? When your friend has a breakup, this is when you are the happiest. When your friend has misfortune, this is when you are the happiest. When these misfortunes come upon you, you want sympathy, you want empathy, you want compassion. From whom? You cannot have what you are not willing to give. You cannot reap where you haven't sowed. From whom do you want compassion from? It's amazing. Truly, it's amazing. Let's continue reading. She lies about liking her friend's new boyfriend when she thinks he's toxic for her. How do you not tell your friend, this man will kill you? I used to tell my friends these things. And they would come back 10 years later with no teeth. And they were like, tell me, but how did you know? I'm like, because I actually loved you as a friend. And I have been in abusive relationships. I know what a crazy person is capable of doing. They will kill you. And I would tell my friends, I'm like, this man is not good for you. You're jealous of me. You're so jealous. You're jealous. Just let me be in love once in a while. Just let me be in love. Okay, be in love. They come back 10 years later. They have no teeth. They have been abused. I have no sympathy for this. I send them packing. Because I told you. And you told me that I was jealous. But they're like, Tembi, how did you know? How did you know that? I said, girl, I have dated a man who tried to kill me. Okay. It is our responsibility to tell your friend, tell them the truth. And if they don't like to hear the truth, leave them there. If they get killed, so be it. It's their karma for this lifetime. We need to stop coddling people with this rubbish. If a person doesn't want to listen, my dad used to say, "Umuntu ongalaleli mina ngiyamyeka." It's a very powerful Zulu saying. "Umuntu ongalaleli mina ngiyamyeka." You cannot keep talking, because you talk to these people, they'll tell you who died and made you God. And now who's dying? Who's dying? But you're so negative. You're so negative. Why do you have to keep rubbing salt on your wound? Because it's truth. We are this as women. We are this. And then we complain about the men that they are abusing us. Are they really abusing us, or are they seeing the dysfunction that we are engaged in and they just take advantage of this dysfunction? So are they truly, these men, abusing us? Are these billionaires truly abusing you? Because when I look at my situation, no, somebody benefited from this. And now they're flying high, doing media, lying up a storm. Yet innocent people are dying all over all of these countries. She lies about being happy when she's struggling with depression. I have a lot of friends like this. How you doing? I'm fine, but you're depressed, girl. You're depressed. Because there's a stigma against being depressed. When I was depressed, people were mocking me. People were laughing. They wanted me to commit suicide. These are the same people that are going to come back and are coming back wanting help. When you were the same people that were mocking me and laughing at me when I was depressed and in deep grief, hacking me, stalking me, sending people to come and kill me, and now you want help and compassion and mercy from whom? From whom? It's amazing. Okay? She thinks she's protecting the friendship, but she's actually preventing her friend from knowing and supporting the real her. How have we become so fake that you can't even be honest with your own mother? You can't even be honest with your own family. You can't even be honest with your own girlfriends. No wonder loneliness is a thing. I have embraced loneliness, and I'm not lonely. Sacred solitude. Because I don't want to deal with depressed people's problems. I don't. Because nobody was there for me. Who was there for me? YouTubers. And God. So now I sit here, you read a book, we read together, we form community, and we take responsibility for ourselves. Because this mental health crisis is not ending, it's accelerating. And these beautiful billionaires with their big, beautiful bills, they are continuing. Because they are the face of the energy, the consciousness that is committed to annihilate souls. They are not thinking these things up themselves. They're not that smart. Honestly, truly, they're not that smart. They have sold their souls to a certain consciousness that is committed to annihilation here on planet Earth. Yes. So everybody has to take responsibility for their own mental health. Nobody is going to touch you in the forehead for all the blessings and healings and all sorts of these things that they do in Africa. They love doing this rubbish in Africa. These fake mystics, fake pastors, fake prophets, fake shamans. You're going to go to graveyards and come back with HIV. Yeah, woman, African woman. If you are depressed, get outside in the sun. If you don't have money to go and get medication for your depression, get outside in the sun. Get some sun. Get some sun. Vitamin D. Free. Meaning work out. Take a walk. Stop sitting there telling yourself, hey, Jesus. Hallelujah, Jesus. Reading the same Bible and you're not understanding what you're reading. Call on your ancestors. When I was really depressed, in grief, I prayed to my ancestors because there were times when the suicidal thoughts were so... Oh my goodness. Like if you saw me last year, this time, I was a beautiful mess. I wasn't a hot mess. I was a beautiful mess. For me to be able to laugh, I know that God is real. I know that my ancestors live with me. They walk with Amadlozi wami ahamba nami, Amadlozi wami aphahla nami. My ancestors, they pray with me, they walk with me. When I say it is done, lightning across the sky, my ancestors truly are real. Because the hell I was in last year, just this time, I felt like I was going crazy. So I am sharing with you truth from my own experience, not from some studies that have been done by people with PhDs. Oh, no, these things did not work for me. Maybe they work for you, but they did not work for me. When I was in the depths of hell, I went outside to the sun every single morning and I greeted the sun and I said, life be with me. Where my feet touch, the earth is blessed. I give thanks for the oxygen nourishing my lungs. I give thanks for the wisdom of the water that quenches my thirst to know who I am. And I said one prayer every single day. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. As I kept saying this prayer, I pieced together the whole betrayal. This is why I can tell you the truth now. Because I said, I want to be liberated from ignorance. The person I am today, the woman I am today, who can just laugh. I was not this last year. I was in hell, crying all day long. So what I am sharing with you will work whether you have $1 or you have $10 billion. It will work because the sun is free. It will give you vitamin D. You don't have to sit there and lie to yourself while watching soap operas. Well, I don't have money like the rich people to go to therapy. I don't have money like the rich people. I just sat in the jungle. No pills, no alcohol, no friends, one with God and my ancestors. And I am laughing today. Okay. She thinks she's protecting the friendship, but she's actually preventing her friend from knowing and supporting the real her. Okay. You can't protect people. People must go through their own experience. Relational lies create false intimacy based on who you pretend to be rather than who you actually are. I have pretended. I can honestly tell I've worn masks. How are you doing, Tammy? I'm fine. I'm real fine. I'm real fine. But usually I pretend to people who I do not trust. This is what I've actually sat down and noticed about myself. I pretend to people who I don't trust. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. And then I used to tell the truth to people I thought I could trust, and then they betrayed me. So now I'm just like, I'm telling my truth. I just tell my truth now. I don't care. You're going to know the real me. This is who I am. I've always been this. Just speak my truths. But then I started modifying myself and lying and forgetting how to laugh because I was living in all sorts of all these different countries, and I had to be trying to be socially acceptable and all sorts of these stuff. I will not dishonor people's cultures and people's spiritual practices, but I will never shrink myself ever again. I will tell the truth as it is and as I know it to be, and as the ancestors of the land are telling me the truth is, and as my ancestors are telling me the truth is. Whether you like it or not, I'm sorry, not my business, not my problem. I am here to deliver a message, and if you cannot handle that message, you go somewhere with your low self-esteem and die out somewhere. But here is truth. We are going to speak truths because truth will liberate you. Truth will, if I tell you go, I remember going to South Africa 2017, and I connected with my dad, and my dad wasn't looking too good. He didn't look healthy, and I said to him, Baba, you need to go to the clinic. You don't look so good. I'm like, you don't look so good. I was beaten so much for telling the truth growing up that when I came back at 30, I think I was 36 years old when I went back to see my dad in 2017. Yeah, somewhere there. And he said to me, Winyanga, meaning you're the healer. Because he says, how do you know that I'm sick? I'm not sick. I said, yay, you don't look so good. Go to the clinic. He says, how do you know? I said, in your auric field, you have black spots. You don't look good. You are sick. Please go to the clinic. Help yourself. Before, when I was a child, I would speak these things and they would beat me. At 36, when I spoke these truths to my dad, he finally acknowledged that I understood and I knew how to look at the body, look at a person and tell, you're sick. Get some help. That was so freeing for me. Why I had to wait for my dad to validate me, I think it's because he used to beat me so much. But after that, I never stopped telling my truths. I would just tell my truths. Yeah, I'd have these long conversations with my dad and just tell him the truth. Tell him what I think of him. Tell him the truths. Even with my husband, with his stupid depressions. You're depressed. These men and their depressions, they irritate me. It's like, get over yourself with this depression. Go work out. But I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. When I was depressed, I had to finally look at myself in the mirror and say, girl, you're depressed. You're ugly. You're not attractive in this stupid depression of yours. You need to do something about it. So I started going to drum circle and I would just dance. And I would dance. Yo way, yo way, yo way. And I would just call the ancestors in my body temple. Yes, go boo with the drum. And these men, these white men, they would be beating. I don't think about color, but these men would be beating their drums, and the ancestors would be waking up inside of me, and I would be like, yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way, yo way, and I would be dancing there. Eventually, depression lifted. Depression lifted because number one, I was doing my sun rituals. Out in the sun, greeting the sun, just saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so depressed. Grief is overtaking me. Please give me some vitamin D. Please allow my body temple to tap into wholeness. Called on my ancestors. But then I also had to do something with my body. I was eating healthier than I was in the US. And then after that, I just went to go dancing. This is what we would say in South Africa. Meaning you must work at the body. If you're depressed, you're sitting like, no, so unattractive. I would tell my husband all the time, get outside and go walk. He says I'm abusive. I am not abusive. I love you enough to tell you what's wrong and what I see is wrong. And here is the solution. You can take the solution or you do not want to take the solution, but not my problem. My job is to tell you what's up. That's why I always tell my husband, I don't think I would have made a great doctor. That's why I didn't go to medical school. Why? Because number one, you would come to me. I would tell you what's wrong and give you the pills or whatever you need. Number two, you would come with the same problem and I would help you. Number three, you would come to me with the same problem and the same whining. I would have patience. Number four, I would cut you out of my clinic. Say, oh, please go somewhere else. Because you don't want to listen anyway. So sometimes I have yelling experiences with my husband. Sometimes we have to love our spouses, our people, our friends, our families enough to say enough now with this stuff. Enough. I had to get to that point for myself last year where I said, Tembi, enough. Enough. You cannot die out like this. You cannot. You have got to do something for yourself. I would go to the ocean and just cry at the ocean and cry and scream into the ocean, into the water, and then go and dance and dance and dance and sweat and dance. By the time I got home, I was, the smell was quite something. But I said, no, I must wake the ancestors up in my body, in my DNA, in my cellular memory. Okay. So that's why I am a no BS kind of healer. You come to me, you're going to get the reals. No cuddling, no love and light here, because I believe in your vitality. I believe in your aliveness. I'm not going to coddle you. I don't do it for my husband, and he's Caucasian Americans, and they like a little bit of coddling and this stuff. I am an African woman who grew up during war. I don't understand coddling nonsense. Okay. So I've stopped lying since 2017 about coddling people, and I just say it as it is. And if you don't like it, sorry, not sorry, go somewhere else. Okay, so people fall in love with your performed self rather than your authentic self. You become trapped maintaining an image instead of growing within the relationship. The gap between your real self and your presented self becomes unbridgeable. When this happens, people want you to revert back to who they thought you were. So they will never allow you to grow. So it's best you just tell the truth about who you are. In 2017, I got rid of my sibling. I just stopped speaking to parts of my family, and I went and spoke to my dad. And I said to my dad, listen, this is what your daughter has done in the US. I've gotten rid of her. I want nothing to do with her ever again. So now you are sick. You need to go to the clinic, and you and I need to have a conversation about your abuse as a father and how we got ourselves here as a family. So I just went home to South Africa and I went and had this conversation with my dad. After that, I changed. It's like something happened in me. I just changed and just became full-on authentic honesty. But I had to grow in that authentic honesty within myself because I had lost that. Because I was busy coddling my mother and coddling my siblings. We need to stop coddling people. And coddling all of my friends who lied a lot. And all of my friends who didn't lie. We had honest conversations and we had a great life. So I decided 2017, I'm going to stop lying. Because I'm attracting all of these crazies. It has taken me 8 years to work up that energy and trust myself and trust my intuition and trust that what I know is truth. And what I say, it is law. Because I spoke some things last year. I said, Elon Musk and Trump are going to show you something that you've never seen before. Because I saw this in the spirit world during ayahuasca. And now these things are happening. And these people who are mocking, who are laughing, are now trying to come back. Help us, help. I told you what was going to happen. How did you think I'm going to help you? This is beyond Elon Musk and Trump. It's beyond them. These are the things of the spirit world. The things of the spirit world are not the things of the material world. It's not the same. First, it starts in spirit. And then by the time it manifests in the material world, it's already done. It's effect. It's done. What do you expect me to do for you? Okay, so tell the truth. Live in your authenticity. You will have friends. I am honestly God's truth. I have friends who love me for who I am. They love me like this. And maybe now they're going to even love me more because now I don't lie. I've never sugarcoated things with my real friends. The ones who lie a lot, I've tried to coddle them thinking that I can help them stop lying. It never works. The lies expand. They get crazier and crazier. So let them sit in their karma. It has nothing to do with me. I am this. I am this. And you have got to have that level of self-respect, woman. Woman, you bring life into this world. Woman, you are a powerful woman. Disengage from women who lie a lot. Disengage from women who do not know themselves. They create a lot of problems on this earth. And they will want to entangle you in their mess. Do not agree. Do not agree. One with God is a majority. You will eventually find your way. You will find the people who will support you, who will want to tell the truth, who will not want to externalize blame onto the billionaires and this person and that, who will just say, you know what, yeah, things have gone bad. I need to take responsibility for fixing my life, and within this mess that is happening right now, I'm not going to blame these people, because honestly, sitting and making podcasts and all sorts of channels blaming these people is going to do what? You need to move for yourself. You need to heal yourself from depression. You need to be able to stabilize your immune system when you don't have money for HIV medication. You need to learn how to exercise and get out of depression so that your immune system doesn't completely collapse because you don't have money for HIV medication. It's your responsibility. I mean, you can blame Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Why? They signed some bills and now we don't have... But I'm sorry that this is happening. Let me be the first person to say, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that someone sold you out, Africans. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry that you're in pain. And to all the people in the world that have now been affected by this evil, I'm really sorry that this is happening to you. But it's happening for you to know how powerful you are, for you to know how strong you are, for you to call forth wholeness within your body temple. HIV has no power over you. You can live with the virus. You can live a powerful life. You can leave a powerful legacy with whatever illness they say you have in your body temple, because God is beyond all illness. God is the author of wholeness. The fakes that sold you out, the crooks that sold you out, let them sit in their karma. But you are beyond this. You are the presence of the living God. In you, wholeness is truth. Okay. Here's an embodiment practice. Think of someone close to you whom you've lived. Think of someone close to you whom you've lied to recently. Feel the barrier this lie creates between you, often experienced as distance, guardedness, or disconnection. Say, I choose authentic connection over comfortable deception. Truth creates deeper intimacy than lies ever could. Listen, truth creates deeper intimacy than lies ever could. God will always support truth. Life will always support truth. The universe will always support truth. Truth is, your body temple is the temple of the living God. Wholeness resides in your body temple. Truth resides in your body temple. No matter how they can try to annihilate you, You can speak to the organs, functions, and cells of your body temple to awaken to the truth of God consciousness as your life. I shared with you a story where I was paralyzed for 3 days. I literally couldn't brush my teeth. I was like, I couldn't pick up a coffee cup without holding like this. Sweetie, you paralyzed. Like, my hands were shaking. My legs could not move. Literally walking to the bathroom was a nightmare. Literally sitting on the toilet was a nightmare. Getting up from the toilet was a nightmare. I was holding on to a wall just to like lift myself up from the toilet seat. To take a shower, it was 30 minutes in the shower, just trying to wash my face because my limbs were paralyzed. I spoke to the cells of my body, the organs of my body temple. I spoke to them 3 days in darkness. I shut the curtains. I sat there and I spoke to them. I spoke life over them instead of falsehoods. Life over my body temple. I said, you are whole. You are the presence of the living God. You must arise in wholeness. Day 4, I said, I'm alive. Day 7, I was doing yoga, dancing in my house and cleaning my floors. I pulled a Jesus on them. I'm alive from the dead. Because Yeshua came to planet Earth to teach us to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else shall be added unto us. Not everything else shall be added unto us, then I must seek ye first the kingdom. No, 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 no. Seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else shall be added unto you. I shut my curtains. It was pitch dark in my bedroom. I sat there and I went back into the womb of life. The universe, that black hole that keeps rebirthing itself as more planets and galaxies and stars. And I spoke to the cells in my body temple. I spoke to the muscle. I called on my ancestors. I spoke the truth over myself instead of falsehoods. Day 4, I was awake. I said, I'm awake. I am alive. Nothing can take me out because God walks with me and my ancestors pray with me. Nothing can take me out. You can speak this truth unto yourself instead of falsehoods. Well, we don't have medication and that. No. You speak truth. You can live with any virus. You can live with any quote unquote diagnosis, because God does not know diagnoses. God knows your wholeness. God knows the truth of your being as itself. God lives through you as you, in you, because God created you. So nobody can take away your power. Nobody can take away your health and wholeness. You can speak truth in your cells and you will wake up and say, I am alive. I'm not saying do not take any medication, do not go to the doctors and do what you've got to do, but you still need to go and speak to the cells. This must be a practice that you do for yourself. Because this energy on planet Earth, it's an annihilation energy. They want to annihilate human beings. I don't know what they think they're going to do. But it's beyond these billionaires. It's in the spirit realm. So blaming these billionaires and stuff like this, okay, yes, it's shits and giggles, and you make a few clicks from YouTube money and stuff like this, but it's beyond this. It's way bigger than this. So today I have spoken a lot, 1 hour and 30 minutes, because health is a huge one. There is no wealth without health. There is no wealth without health. So I know it was a big one. Let's take a deep breath. In through the nose. And I forgot to share with you, but I was watching this guy on YouTube yesterday. No, Instagram. Diaphragmatic breathing. I've always done diaphragmatic breathing in a way, I think. Well, I learned this in yoga. But it's called the breath of fire during Kundalini, when you're practicing Kundalini yoga. But diaphragmatic breathing is when you breathe in, you actually, instead of breathing in where you hold your tummy in, you actually push your belly out. And then when you breathe out, you pull your belly in. Okay, so you can practice that. I think I'll put a link here. But diaphragmatic breathing is very, very, very good for you. But I was thinking to myself, most people don't even know that they need to breathe. They're walking around like this, just stiff. So trying to get people to do diaphragmatic breathing is like another story altogether. I just want you to just sit in the space of just breath. I just need to connect with my breath. Just my breath. Okay. So if you want to practice diaphragmatic breathing, please look it up. Look up on diaphragmatic breathing. But just for now, let's just practice just breath. In through the nose. In through the nose. Continue with your breath. Keep sighing if you must. Please continue with the diaphragmatic breath, or just in the normal breathing. Just be conscious of your breath. And we'll do metta, we'll practice metta. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from ignorance. May I be liberated from suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from ignorance. May all beings be liberated from suffering. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. Oh, be happy. Be happy. Iba iqiniso. Iba iqiniso. Liyazi iqiniso emzimbeni wakho. Biza amadlozi wakho emzimbeni wakho. Iqiniso malivuke engqondweni yakho. Iba iqiniso. Iba yiqiniso emzimbeni wakho, emoyeni wakho. Amadlozi ahamba nomveli inqanga nomkhubulwana mawavuke emzimbeni wakho, emoyeni wakho. Makhosi. Makhosazana. You are the face of love. When life, God, Source, created you, to witness itself as you, to know itself as you, it said, good. So very good. I am proud of what I created. I am proud of who I am as you. You are the face of divinity. You are the face of love. You are the face of wholeness. Your body temple is whole. You are the face of peace. You are the face of love. Segunjal, Segunjal, Segunjal. Open your eyes if you haven't opened your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream. Itemba Temple. Me love you long time. Long time. Me love you long time. Eh, eh. Me love you long time. Eh, eh. We love you long time. Eh. I love you long time. I love you long time. And as the Americans would say, because my husband taught me this, well, this is what my husband and I do with each other. Love. I love you. Long time. And then the Zulus would say, Nyakuthanda dali wam. Ngikuthanda kakhulu sweet lam lomkhuhlane. Okay, I will say sweet lam lomkhuhlane because angifuni ukuba nomkhuhlane. But sweet lam lomoya. Yazi ngiyakuthanda dali wam, ngiyakuthanda kakhulu sweet lam. Sweet lamb. Yeah, sweet lamb, ngiyakuthanda. I'll see you tomorrow, sweet lamb, same time. Yo, same time, same place, sweet lamb. Ngizokubona kusasa. I'm going to be starting to teach Zulu. Because honestly, we need to learn Zulu. Zulu is such a beautiful language. You know, it's the language of the gods. Oh yeah. So it's the language of the goddesses. Ngikuthanda kakhulu, sweet lamb. Dali wam, ngiyakuthanda dali wam. Sondela dali wam, ngiyakuthanda dali wam. Yo, I'll see you tomorrow.